Hello and welcome to the second episode of Why if Civilization Started Over on a Fantasy Map. And in today's and for the first event of this video, the red team will expand down here like this and like this, encompassing this area. But the red team finds something interesting in this area. Something interesting. They find a crashed UFO. And in that crashed UFO, well, there's nothing in that. In the UFO, there's no sign of life in the UFO. But they did discover the UFO, and it does have alien technology on it. So they take a piece back to their king. Their king in the capital is very interested in this and will have it in his collection and will use it to research and to make the technology better. And the red team Wait. I did that on the wrong layer, didn't I? Yeah, that was the wrong layer. Let me redo that. And the red team will expand down here. Then they will explore a bit along the coastline up here, and slightly more inland before they're stopped right here, because there's a massive mountain range here. But they can go down here and follow the coastline. Then some people from the red team will decide they don't want to be a part of the red team anymore, and they will leave and move down here to this coast, and that's where the orange team will be formed along this coast. and their capital will be right here, along the shoreline here. And the people here want to eventually meet back up with the old country. So they explore a little here, if I can use the right layer. They'll explore a little here, and they explore this bit of the. Then the explorers find the orange team of explorers find the red team's explorers, and the red team's like, huh? Why is there a nation down here? And they're like, that's strange. Okay. Next event will be the blue team invading the pink team. As blue team troops enter the pink team, alarm. As troops pour into the pink team, people finally get notified in this city as they were close to the city, and blue team's forces eventually take the city. Then they start heading towards this major city here, which they do eventually capture. And as they're heading towards the capital, them getting to the gates of the capital city of the pink team, an important event happens. As the red team decides to get involved, and the red team puts its forces and enters the blue team. And they're now heading towards this major city, which they do eventually capture. The next goal: surround the troops here, which they do, and they defeat this large encirclement. And as the blue team has lost a bunch of troops, they start retreating to the gates of this city. And as that happens, the pink team pushes back blue team's forces away from their capital city, and nearly back to the border in the north. And the pink team goes and on the offensive and takes back this major city, and meets up with the border. And as that happens, something worse happens to the blue team, which is a few rebellions which pop up near the major cities in the rural areas, which will start spreading along the countryside, taking more and more farmland, until one of the rebel groups storm into the city and manage to take it and get a small coastline. Then this rebellion group up here will manage to also take this major city and connect up with this rebellion group. And this is when it all goes downhill, since the pink team will now fully kick out the blue team from its borders. And the pink team will start pushing into the blue team, taking these lands here and invading these lands here, with their goal of just defeating the blue team. Which will try and go upwards like this to try and get more land in the peace treaty. And the rebellion will slowly be winning and will take this major city and take the rest of this northern area. But not before the red team takes this major city here. Then the blue team decides to do something actually quite smart by surrendering. And the blue team surrenders to the red team, and the war is officially over. Let's look at this peace treaty. The red team will get this major city here, for their massive, because they did a lot in the war, so they deserve that major city. The pink team will be taking all the land that they've occupied. So up here, up to this bit, then across the border like this, and like this. And in this bit, a new nation will be formed, called the green team, which will be in this area. And the blue team will still be allowed to exist, it's just it'll be in this northern area, instead of having all that land down here and stuff. And the rebellion does indeed get its independence but will lose some land. As the blue team will be taking this major city back from the teal team, and this is what the peninsula now looks like. And let's place these capitals. Oh, not that colour. Success. Teal will have their capital here. And for the next event, the orange country will expand. Up here, along this bit of ocean here, of coastline, and will sound like this. And something will happen in the bottom half of the red team. But before then, the red team will officially be getting some new major cities. We have one down here, two down here, and of course two down here. The more in the yellow team will have to be added, and this one gets another major city, teal gets these, and that. And as these major cities are built, some of these cities get so frustrated with how they're being treated that they want to break away. Which will cause this Limish team to break away from the red team, which the red team will let them have their independence because simply they don't think this land is valuable enough to keep. So I feel like they don't need the land. So they just let them have their independence with their border, now looking like this. And expand a little bit like that. And another major area of the red team will indeed be getting their independence. And it's this little strip here, near the sea, as two of the cities want to break away into two separate countries. The brown team and and the light blue team. Which will gain their independence, then try to expand. The blue team expands down here with very little success, because we've got the other nations next to them trying to stop them from expanding this way. And for the last event in this video, the red team will be expanding down here, and will make their official border with the orange team. And let's place down these new countries' capitals. And that will be today's episode, and that will be the end of this episode. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!